In the quiet town of Pineville, Ohio, there's a house most people pretend they can't see. A small, blue, two-story home on Birchwood Lane. The locals swear it didn't even exist 3 years ago, even though it looks at least 60 years old. And here's the unsettling part. Anyone who dares to go inside never comes out quite the same. This is the story of Emily Carter. She was 23. A photography student looking for cheap rent and some peace and quiet. She found the Birchwood house listed online at a price so low, it had to be a mistake. There was no landlord's number, no option for a viewing. The only instruction was, move in anytime. Emily thought it was just a weird glitch in the system. It wasn't. She arrived on a cold November night. The house looked abandoned, yet strangely clean. A single rocking chair on the porch moved back and forth, slow and rhythmic, even though the air was completely still. She let out a nervous laugh and stepped inside. The door clicked shut softly behind her. The air inside was thick with the smell of old books and damp soil. The furniture was all there, covered in a thin layer of dust, but arranged as if someone had just stepped out for a moment. What really caught her attention was that every single room had a mirror. Large mirrors, tall mirrors, mirrors that were angled to reflect other mirrors. Emily just shrugged it off, eager to settle in. She dropped her single suitcase in the living room and started to explore. But as she began to unpack, she heard it. Footsteps upstairs. Slow, heavy. One step, then another, and another. Moving toward the top of the staircase, Emily froze. She was certain the house was empty. She called out, "Hello, is someone there?" The only response was silence. Then, a chilling whisper drifted down the stairs. "Don't look at the mirrors." Her heart pounded in her chest. She grabbed her phone, but the screen just flashed with static before going completely black. The footsteps started again, but this time, they were faster. She sprinted for the front door, but the lock wouldn't budge. It just spun uselessly in place. Behind her, something moved near the staircase landing. Emily slowly, reluctantly, turned her head. A tall, shadowy figure stood there. Its limbs were unnaturally long, its neck bent at an impossible angle, and its face was lost in absolute darkness. The only feature she could see was a smile that stretched wider and wider, as if it was tearing its own face apart. Emily stumbled back into the living room, her shoulder bumping against the largest mirror, a massive floor-to-ceiling piece. And in the reflection, the figure was standing right beside her. But when she looked into the actual room, there was nothing. The figure in the mirror leaned close, its voice a cold whisper in her ear. "If you see me here, you're already inside," she screamed and shoved the mirror, sending a spiderweb of cracks across the glass. Instantly, every mirror in the house cracked at the exact same moment. The sound was like a volley of gunshots echoing through the halls. Then, from every single cracked mirror, hands began pushing through. Not just one set of hands. Dozens. Some were small, like a child's. Others were huge and twisted, all of them reaching, stretching, clawing at the air, desperate to escape. Emily didn't hesitate. She bolted for the back door. It swung open, and the cold night air rushed in. She ran out into the yard, her bare feet slapping against the wet grass. When she finally dared to look back, the house was gone. Not damaged, not broken. Completely vanished. All that was left was an empty lot choked with overgrown weeds. Her suitcase was gone. Her car was gone. Even the street itself looked different. She collapsed onto the ground, shaking uncontrollably. A police car happened to drive by, and the officer rolled down his window. "Ma'am, are you okay? You look lost." Emily could only point at the empty space. "There was a house here. I was just inside it." The officer frowned. "Ma'am, Birchwood Lane hasn't had any houses for over 10 years. They were all torn down after the disappearances." Emily's voice cracked as she insisted. "But I was just inside one." The officer just stared at her. A strange look on his face. Then, He slowly backed his car away and drove off. Without another word, without even a second glance, Emily never went back to Pineville. But sometimes, late at night, she still dreams of cracked mirrors and long, smiling shadows. And when she wakes up, she finds dirt on her feet. If you want more terrifying stories like this, don't forget to subscribe for more USA horror content. You never know which story might just follow you into your dreams. Thanks for watching.